Hi Aquarius, welcome to your weekly forecast for November 18th through the 24th. See what's going on for you this week with this deck here. And we're going to do a message for you, spirit message for you with that deck there. Let's get right into it. Okay, so quick shuffle here. And as always, guys, those of you who are like me, you're really into cards, you like to collect cards, I will always have a link in the description so that you can see the cards for yourself or pick up your own little deck if that's the case. But let's see what's happening with Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Some of you may still be feeling that full moon energy. We are coming out of that full moon in Taurus. It was a significant one. Moon energy has been really intense lately, guys. A lot of shifts are happening. So let's see how it's affecting our darling Aquarius. And you're starting off Monday, Tuesday pretty good here. I mean, you're starting off with Three of Wands. This is very positive, fast-moving, creative, collaborative type of energy. Three of Wands is also sometimes referred to as the point of no return. So what that means, not like in a negative way, but in a way where something is set in motion that you can't take it back. And Aquarius, because so many of you are very into like spiritual things and you're very much in that air, that realm of air and thought, I really feel that many of you right now are picking up on the enlightenment energies that are coming in. And so you may have been having epiphanies for the past few days prior to the 18th even. And so as we're coming into this energy for the week ahead, that might be speeding up or increasing for some of you, where you're having these epiphanies, your eyes are opening more and more and more, like you're coming into a higher level of awakening. And you know, we all know how it goes. Once you're awake, you can't go back to sleep, and there are different levels of awake, right? So you guys are coming into a new level of being awakened or woke, or however you want to say it, okay? But you're coming into a higher level of this. So I also feel that many of you are taking steps to move in a new direction, or to take a situation or a project or an idea in a new direction. I feel a sense of like changing course. It's so funny, guys, because Spirit just gave me a very intense feeling. Like I actually felt like it was actually happening, but I felt like I was on a ship, well, maybe I should say a boat, a small like sailboat, and like changing the direction of the sail, and then the ship is like changing direction. The ship is moving in a new direction. I've never really been boating. I don't know if it happens that way, but that's just how I felt. I just kind of felt like the boat was going in one way, and then the sail shifted, and then the boat began turning or going in a different direction. So some of you aren't giving up on an idea, or you're not giving up on a plan, but you're reworking it. You're doing it a different way. And once you do, it's really beginning to pick up speed. Like it's just, it's going fast. It's happening fast. So I feel some of you are having ideas or epiphanies also come in. It's like, why didn't I think of that? Or why hadn't I done it that way? And now that you're doing it that way, things are moving very, very quickly, like, you know, full speed ahead. Again, point of no return. Like there's going to be no going back once you make these changes. And it makes sense, because that Taurus full moon energy that came in, it's all about helping us make permanent life changes that are going to give us a more satisfying personal life, home life, you know, settled kind of foundation energy. So Aquarius, you all are picking up on that very strongly. Let's see your Wednesday, Thursday here. Wednesday, Thursday, you have the Queen of Swords. Wow. Well, first of all, it's you. This is going to be an air sign energy, right? So it's you coming into your air sign glory. But Queen of Swords doesn't play, okay? And sometimes she gets a bad rap. She gets a bad rap of being someone who is very, 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 like mean or cold-hearted, but she's not. She really isn't. She's had a hard life. She's been through some stuff. She's very clear of what she needs to do. She's had to do a lot of things on her own, and she doesn't have patience for people who are coming in and like wanting a free ride, or who are, you know, distracting, who are taking away from her time, you know, like we all kind of have had experiences with like energy vampires at work, right? Like you're trying to do your thing and they're walking over to your desk or your cubicle and they're talking about stuff that you don't even care about, right? Like Queen of Swords doesn't have time for that mess. She doesn't have time for it. And so this is about setting boundaries and cutting certain people off. Okay. And Aquarius, some of you are going to be having to do this. Some of you are looking at what is taking away your time, what is distracting you. I do feel, Aquarius, some of you are losing patience with someone. And this person feels to me like they're very much in victim mode. And you've tried to help them. Like you've tried to like tell them what has helped you, or you've tried to help them think positive, or you've tried to help them you know, out of that, just by sharing the things that you've been doing, or the things that you're doing to kind of try to stay afloat. And you're at this point now where you're just like, man, I can't do this anymore because it's going to start bringing me down. Like this person's really starting to bring me down. I've got a lot of really positive things happening. Some of you, Aquarius, I'm very sorry to say, you're going to have this experience midweek. It's aggravating, but some of you are going to have something very positive happen in the beginning week, which you deserve. And I'm happy for you. But unfortunately, sometimes when that happens, when you've been struggling and you start coming up, or good news happens, or things start going in the right direction and you're happy, people start really pulling on your energy. They start calling you, they start texting you, they start wanting your time, they start wanting you to cheer them up, to make them feel better. And so I feel like some of you are just very nicely like, oh my goodness, okay, well, you know, I gotta go, or I'll talk to you later, or I gotta get to bed early, or I gotta get to work or something. And somebody's gonna make you feel bad. Well, I guess you're busy, you don't have time for me. Or, oh, you know, things are good now. Oh, I don't want to bother you. You know, like, yeah, I don't want to get in the way of your happiness. Or just something like that. Just something like some woe is me, you know, fine, Aquarius, you don't have time for me kind of thing. And this is kind of like, for some of you, this person's handing you the sword. This person's handing you the knife to just go ahead and cut the connection right there. And just like, you know what? I can't do this anymore. Like I'm done with this. Now I'm a piece of crap because I have something to be happy about. You know, like now I'm a jerk because I have something to be happy about. Like, should I feel guilty for everything I've worked so hard for? You know, like some of you are just in this energy where you're like, I can't even. Like, I cannot even deal with this. And so some of you are having that happen. Some of you might be butting heads with a mother or mother-in-law or maternal figure, like if your grandmother raised you or your aunties or something. They might be coming in very opinionated, and you might be having to set boundaries with them as well. There could be something here resolving some kind of mother issue, especially if you had a mother who was very just like by the book, or really sees you going in a new direction, and they're like, what are you doing, child? No way, like this is not okay. Like some of you are standing up, and there could be a boundary that's being set there as well. Your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is Two of Swords. Oh, I dropped the card. One moment. Okay. So the second that I saw the card, before I dropped it, I heard the word procrastination, don't delay. Or the words, I should say. So this makes me feel, Aquarius, like you're setting boundaries with this person, and after that, you might be kind of second guessing yourself, or it may have just kind of put you in a bad mood where like you had all this steam, you had all this vigor, you were like all excited in the beginning of the week. Yeah, you know, things are turning around. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Then something happens in the middle of the week and you're like, man, people can't let me enjoy my moment. People can't let me be happy. And you might just kind of be tempted to kind of sulk here or be upset. And it's understandable. Give yourself some time to feel that way. But don't stay there too long, because the energies Friday, Saturday, Sunday are letting us know that if you delay for too long, you're going to be missing opportunities. But the next thing I'm about to say, it's not necessarily a tarot thing. Like I can't say it's a rule of tarot. I can't attach it and say it's a firm meaning to this card. It's just something that I've seen in my readings. Like certain readers have certain cards that they're like, oh, that kind of has a specific sign for me in my readings. And this is one of those cards. I see Two of Swords when Spirit is saying, look, if you don't get moving on this, if you don't get to work soon, you're going to have a Tower moment. Okay? And I can tell you, I have seen it time and time again. So whatever's happening in the middle of the week, this confrontation or this energy that you're being met with midweek, it could maybe slow down the momentum you started the week with. And if you give into it, you will end up having some kind of Tower moment happening to try to get you back on track. So this makes me feel like time is of the essence here. And this makes me feel like whatever these ideas are, keep in mind, your first card was Three of Wands. That's fast-moving energy. Like, you got to get on it. Time is of the essence here. Don't dilly-dally. Don't procrastinate. Don't delay. Don't let... See, and that's the thing. Even this is what's so frustrating, Aquarius. Some of you are already cutting this person off in the middle of the week. But after you've cut them off, they're still taking your energy. They're still taking your time because you're still stewing over it. Like, I can't believe the nerve of this person. Can you believe they said this? And, oh, I'm supposed to feel guilty now? Like, I don't have a right to be happy about anything? And then that being upset is taking your time. So don't let this person rob you of any more time than necessary, okay? Let's go ahead and take a look at your spirit message for the week. And I encourage you guys to watch your moon sign and rising sign videos as well. Some weeks those are going to resonate with you more than others. They may be helpful. And if you need a private reading, you can definitely click on the Calendly link in the description and schedule there. So, my darlings, it is reflection. Reflection. So, Aquarius, this is a really good time for you to take some time. And it's so interesting. A Spirit keeps showing me all these visuals. It's so funny. Spirit showed me this camel, like, drinking a bunch of water. Like in the desert, drinking a bunch of water. So to me, that's like you're stocking up because you're about to go on a journey, right? Like there's going to be a long haul. You don't know when you're going to have this moment to rest again. You better stock up now. So camels will drink a ton of water and then they can go on their journey for a long time. They can store that water and, they can store that water and release the benefits as needed. So that's what's happening, you guys. That's what's happening for you all with this energy here. This is a time of reflection for you because things are going to get busy. Things are going to get busy very, very quickly. Okay, so like you might be starting some kind of a business, or you might be getting ready to move, or you might be looking for a new job, or you might be, looking for a relationship. Whatever you've been wanting to manifest, it's going to be coming in. And some of you are going to be manifesting several things at once, where all of a sudden now you've got to look at your life balance, your work-life balance, right? Your spirituality, your religious time, your spiritual time, your relationship time, your family time, your work time, your personal time. You're going to have a lot to juggle. I also feel, Aquarius, some of you are coming into some level of success or some level of, movement that you're going to have a lot of people in your space. Like, whatever you're doing, you're going to be in contact with people all the time. So you might be taking a lot of appointments, maybe in person, or you might be having a lot of phone calls, and you might not be having a whole lot of time to yourself. So this is the time right now to enjoy the time that you do have. It feels very much the calm before the storm for me. And I'm not saying calm before the storm in the sense of a fight or an argument or a catastrophe. I don't mean it in that way. I mean it in the sense of like just busyness. Like you prayed for rain. The rain's about to come, and it's going to come in big time. So this is the time for you to just kind of process this time, to be still and look at your life. Look at how far you've come. Look at where you are now. You know, give yourself this time to restore your faith, because as you're moving ahead, there's going to be times that you feel discouraged simply because you're like, oh, but this isn't what I meant, or now it's too busy, or now there's just too much happening, or it might be very tempted for you to get discouraged. Or as you're moving along with this 3 of Wands thing that showed up for you, there might be times that your faith is wavering. So take some time to really reflect on your journey so far. How far have you come? Like, what are some things that you have that you didn't have maybe a year ago? Or what are some things that you've accomplished that you didn't have or you hadn't accomplished a year ago? And then see that, wow, okay, there are things I've manifested. There are things that have turned for the better for me. Try to reflect on those, because this is going to be, I'm feeling a sense here of building your faith. Spirit wants you to take time to reflect and build up your faith. Like that camel taking all that water in before the journey. You're about to have a long ass journey, my dears, and you want to be ready for it. You want to go on a full tank, and you're going to need a full tank of faith. That doesn't mean that you're going to have hardships after hardships or anything like that, but you have to understand, Aquarius, anyone who has had to rise up to be successful can tell you this. The road to that success, or the road to coming out of blocks, there's going to be a lot of self-doubt. There's going to be a lot of self-criticism. There's going to be a lot of people that get jealous and come into your space and try to tell you that, you know, you're going to fail, or you're not doing something right, or you should do things something differently. Right? You'll even see it. You'll see it happening, or you may already be seeing it happening. And so this is the thing, that you have to have that faith built up, so those forces can't discourage you along the way. Okay? So I don't want you to be afraid when I'm saying you really need to stock up on your faith, as in, oh, well, really bad things are happening, but you got to keep believing. It's not necessarily that bad things are happening. It's the fear, the doubt, the anxiety of the what ifs. And then when you don't feel like you have people who are coming up and being supportive, you know, forget it, you know, if you don't have faith, forget it. If everybody is against you or they don't believe in what you're doing. So this is the time for you to stock up on your faith, to really fill up that full tank. And not just your faith, it's just resting yourself, right? This might be a good time for you to read up on whatever you're trying to accomplish. If you're starting to start a business or trying to start a business, read up on entrepreneurship, read up about the field you're going into, or a career change. Or if you're trying to manifest your soulmate and you're like, hey, maybe my past few relationships have been kind of codependent, take some time to give yourself credit for ways in which you've healed out of that. But also maybe check out some books on that, like, you know, how to break out of codependent relationship cycles, or how to attract a healthy relationship. There's all kinds of things like that out there. So make use of that, guys. Make use of that. This is your time to fill that tank in that way. And again, if you'd like a private reading, go ahead and click on the Calendly link. I really recommend, my darlings, that you watch the November love readings, even if you're happily single, or even if you're happily coupled with a person, even if like you're not really focused on love right now, because the energies in November are so just busy and intense that when I did the November love readings, Spirit led me to channel. So even though you hear my voice on the video, it's not really me, it's not really my words. I just completely channeled the whole time. So when Spirit comes through like that, Spirit has a lot of very helpful things to say. So even if you're not looking for love advice or love predictions or anything like that, there's going to be a lot in there that might be very helpful for you. And because of the response, guys, I cannot believe the overwhelming response I received when I did the channeling videos. And so I did a channeled video for Taurus full moon. Again, overwhelming response. My whole thing is about helping people. So if I see it's helping people, I'm going to do it. So every month now, you guys will get a channeled video. I'm debating on if I'll do a channeled video for each zodiac sign or a channeled video for the collective, like for everyone. I'll still do the weekly tarot. You'll still get these videos like this one here. You'll still get these once a week. But once a month, I'll do a love video. And once a month, I'll do a channeled message. But you guys will have to let me know if you want them broken out by zodiac sign, or if just like one channeled message a month is good for everybody. You guys let me know what you think might, what you guys might like, and I'll see. I'll meditate on it. We'll figure it out. But channeling is going to be a regular thing on the channel monthly here. How is it going to be broken up? That remains to be figured out, but you guys are going to be getting channeled messages every month. So again, my dears, I thank you for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, and I'm wishing you a fabulous week.